Check one, check.
Okay, welcome back to the show. I am Seckert, and this is
G'lenda.
And in today's show, we're gonna talk about happy hour.
Oh, fun!
Yeah, everybody likes to go for happy hour, right?
Love happy hours. Yeah.
And I think so. Let's just do a quick description on what most people deem as happy hour. I guess is being at work, finish a long day. You want to go for happy hour, right?
Wings and beer.
Yeah,
pizza,
Appies, right?
2-for-1 drink specials, half-price appetizers. Yeah,
Right.
That's fun.
Right, but I want to do a little bit of a different spin on it today and talk about how important a happy hour is in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't mean, hey, babe, you want to meet me for a drink. That's not kind of what I'm talking about. Because me and the boys are going out and come join us. That's not what I'm talking about. It's more along the lines of happy hour in your relationship, meaning carve out time in every day. This is an everyday deal. To sit back, have a glass of wine, cup of coffee, tea, whatever it is, double fist it like I am.
So you're going to get really happy tonight.
Well,
okay.
It's happy hour for a reason, right?
Okay.
Isn't it? But more importantly, and I think you know where I'm going with this.
I'm not sure.
It's spending time with your significant other and actually listening to their day, listening to how was your day? Basically, that's what it is. How was your day, right? A couple criteria points that I think are important that we unwrap with this, because it's got to be a neutral space, not meaning not the dining room table with kids running around and dogs climbing over furniture and things like that, because you might be preparing dinner. That's not happy hour. Okay,
so it's undistracted.
Undistracted.
And you know that we don't have kids and dogs that live with us. Right. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. I just wanted to clarify that.
And adversely, I'm not going to sit at the kitchen table with you while you're cooking dinner and kids in tow and all that distraction crap, right? And you're not going to sit with me in my music studio or in the shop working on a car, and that's happy hour. That's not what I'm getting at.
So you're talking about quality time. So uninterrupted, one-on-one,
both sides,
eye-to-eye,
neutral territory.
I get to speak, you get to speak. I listen, you listen.
If that's a room in your house, a den, or the deck. The deck, that's a great place for happy hour. And it's not about the alcohol content or whatever you're putting in your body.
Tea.
It's
I like
not
tea.
about that. It's about spending time. Right? So, and it's not a dumping ground. Do not treat it as a dumping ground. Like I'm going home to have happy hour with G'lenda so I can just dump on her day and tell her about how shitty my day was. We're going to talk about the day, but I'm not going to offload onto you.
Okay, that's interesting. So what if you had a really bad day? What if you had a horrible day? Maybe you got in an accident, or you had a fight with somebody, or not happy with a coworker or a friend phoned you and just derailed on you about something.
Yeah, well,
you're not going to share that with me.
Yeah, but go back to the accident thing. I don't think plays here.
Okay,
because I would call you, right? Or a paramedic might call you and say, that's a different scenario. Okay. But if somebody unloaded on me at work, I'm going to tell you about it. But I've got to frame it so I'm not, because I might be angry with that person that just dumped on me at work, right? And I can't bring that home with me and then dump it on you. Okay. I can tell you about the situation, but I need to frame it right.
Okay. Right? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Right? So I would say, so and so Kenny, right? Because Kenny's everywhere these days.
Kenny is a big deal.
He's a big deal.
Yeah.
He might have dumped on me for whatever reason at work, and it really pissed me off, upset me. But I'm not going to bring that upsetness home to you.
Okay.
I'm just going to say, you're not going to believe what happened to me today at work. Oh, tell me about it, right? You know, that's probably how the banter would go as we're sipping. We won't get super hung up on it where to the point where it's all about me. It's because when you're in a happy hour environment, you get to vent. Trust me, you do. There's a place for that. But for me, I want to hear about G'lenda's day because I'm listening. I'm actually listening to her. If she looks at me and goes, "Yeah, I got nothing to report," well, then it's all about me, right?
That never happens.
No, never.
No, that doesn't happen.
But because chances are something happened in her day that she wants to share with me, and will tell me about that, right? So whatever the scenario might be, right?
Yeah.
And
so when you're listening to your partner, you have to actually listen to what they're saying.
That's the
and
point.
You can't be.
Have you not been listening to what I just said?
Okay. No, but what I'm saying, Seckert, is when you're talking, you have to have my undivided attention, and I can't be jumping in and ramming questions down your throat and whatever.
Right.
Finish your entire story, and I'll make a mental note of the questions I want to ask you, because you might answer the questions before I even blow them out. So I need to listen what
first.
You're saying, and ask questions later. Because otherwise it's so interruptive, and then you lose your train of thought. And then it's like...
Right, because I would interrupt you, or you didn't... If it was your day, if it was your problem you were telling me about, I might jump in and say, well, did you think about this? Well, did you think about that?
Right, did you ask this? Like, what were they wearing? Yeah.
Excuse me. But that is so interruptive, and then it derails you and actually elevates you a little bit.
And then you
more.
say, "Can you just listen to the story and ask questions later?" And by then you're so pissed off.
You're going to cover it off, right? Like probably in most cases you're going to cover it off. Yeah,
agreed.
Anyways, a little bit of backstory with the happy hour situation. I've never had happy hour until I met you. You know that? I would do the typical bar thing, you know, the go
with
for,
work friends.
Yeah, go for drinks after work, and sometimes you stay a little longer than you probably should, so it turns into a happy hour shift.
And then it's not happy when you get home.
No, it's not happy.
No.
I don't think we'll unpack that today, but because that's a whole other conversation. But actually, G'lenda introduced me to happy hour for the first time because it never existed in my previous life. It was just like the typical after work go for happy hour, but not in a relationship aspect, right? And then soon enough, it was just like weird. It was every day we were doing this gathering. It seemed that we were doing at the ranch, and you're kind of talking about your day, and you might even be setting your week up for what the rest of the week looks like. And it was like, man, so I get up in the morning and I look so forward to the happy hour because you just unwind, you unplug, right? And let me tell you something for free, because I usually charge for my information.
Yeah, right. So enter your Visa number here, and Seckert will give you some really good paid advice. So my takeaway to this happy hour thing, I've been doing it for a while now, right, with you. And we're kind of looking at each other going, there's no issues with us. It's just weird, right? Like we're talking about new relationships, old relationships, et cetera, because there's a lot of baggage sometimes. There's a lot of outside noise, but we don't have daily issues. No, because it's clear and concise communication all the time. So every day you're planning things. It's every day, or you're unpacking your day, or you're setting goals, setting the chore list. And I think when people let shit slide, that's when what chore list? We do that every day. I have a list for me. Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. I don't have much of a list for you, so to speak. Do I? That's your problem. I don't know. You know what? I was trying to derail you and it didn't work. How about that? Yeah. You didn't get up early enough this morning for that. No, sorry, buddy.
But you're right in saying what you're saying, because you hit the nail right on the head. When you unpack your day daily, there's no surprises. There's no, oh, I thought you were doing this, blah, blah, blah. Well, and you know what? There's no room for that.
No, and you wake up every morning with a fresh start, and there's no hidden agenda. There's no hidden expectation. This is what I'm doing today. This is what you're doing today. I mean, you've told me what you need to accomplish that day. Maybe I'm going the other way. I'm doing this. Catch up with you at 4:00, and reset.
Yeah, it's like the only. So, are you getting hungry yet? That might be the only really problem that we have to deal with.
That's always my question,
right?
Yeah.
So, what time do you want to have dinner, right? And little tip for the guys out there. Speaking for all guys.
Okay, here we go.
If you put your listening ears on, trust me on this, man. I've been doing this for a little bit now. If you just want to sit down and dump on your partner, that's not going to last long, and it's probably going to go a little bit sideways on you. But if you put your listening ears on and really unpack your wife's day or your spouse's or significant other's day, guess what? Right here, right? You get to have a couple of them because she really wants to vent about a certain thing. So it's a win-win. So you get, the longer you listen and the more intently you listen, the more drinks you get to have. And happy hour turns into happy 2 hours. Right? Okay,
that's new to me. I
new to you.
I guess I talk too much.
It's pretty good.
That's interesting. That's an interesting concept. But really, it is about making time for your partner.
We're just waiting for cheese sticks.
Matzo sticks. Yeah.
Matzo sticks. No. Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted. Yeah. Go ahead.
What the hell was I saying?
Your partner. You said about interrupting your partner or spending time with your partner.
I think you actually just interrupted me. So
I did.
Yeah. So happy hour might be 2 hours tonight. So we can talk about interruptions. No, it's about staying in tune with your partner.
Yeah.
Every day.
It is.
And you can't go to bed mad. You can't keep things suppressed, because then it just boils over one day and it's just angry, and
it's a shit show.
This is the person that you don't want to hurt, right? You've chosen to spend your life with them, and you.
And when you actually go out for a happy hour, then you want to bring your partner with you, right? Because if you're not bringing your partner with you to the outing, to the happy hour outing, what are you doing? Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Because you fell in love for a reason, right? That at some point in your marriage or your relationship, you actually liked the person you're with,
and you wanted to spend every waking moment with them, right? It's not realistic, but you do, and you miss them. You miss them when they go to work or go out with their friends, because you can't do everything together. Yeah. But you always look forward to that debrief, the debrief, right?
And that's what we call it.
And that's what we call it.
It's a debrief, yeah.
Just staying in touch, staying in tune.
It really is. There's no surprises. There's no. I've seen a lot of. And you guys probably know a lot of relationship. Maybe it's your own relationship that you're just not in tune.
And then something sideblinds you, and you go, I had no idea you felt that way. I had no idea that you did this 3 weeks ago. Why didn't you tell me 3 weeks ago? Well, there wasn't time.
Why should I tell you? You should just know.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah. You should just know how I feel.
Just know, It's pissed me off before, and it's pissing me off again.
And it'll continue to piss me off until the next time it pisses me off.
That's right.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, so you're a few happy hours behind at that point. And you can hit reset. If you're in a long relationship right now and you struggle to communicate with your significant other, you can hit reset. And you know what? You just need to convey it correctly. You just need to have them watch this episode, and just because you know what this does is is it brings out a conversation. Only one person might be watching our videos, right? Mm-hmm. But it will prompt somebody to say, you know what? There's some good shit in here. Because we're the stop. We're the therapist stop. I got to say this. We are the therapy stop before the real therapist. You know, the guys with the credentials on the wall that don't really mean anything.
You know what? I think this topic that we're talking about right now is the whole reason for our entire show every episode that
Absolutely,
because
it is.
Let's talk about that. There are so many things that people won't talk about or don't talk about, and when you're spending your life with this person, you've chosen to spend your life with this person, there should be nothing that you shouldn't be able to talk about. You should be comfortable talking about anything and everything.
Because you're right, because one would think that it goes that way. Well, like when you're laying in bed at night and you're playing out your day, and you think of your partner, you should have butterflies. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't mean from a gay point of view, or I shouldn't say gay, but...
No, you can't say gay, no.
I don't mean from a sucky face point of view, like a sob story, whatever. Mm-hmm. I just mean you should always think about your partner bringing good value to your day, to your life, to your world.
And when you spend the day apart, you should be excited to go home because you just want to go. You're not going to believe the deal I got, or this happened to me, or I had lunch with Karen and this is what they're doing, and let's do it with them, and you just can hardly wait to share because it's about sharing. Right,
but if you come home and share that story because it made you excited, but I'm not happy with you right now.
Why not?
I'm role playing.
Oh, okay.
But if you come home and you try to share that good news, good fortune, with your partner that's not very happy with you because you didn't have a happy hour yesterday or the day before, maybe it's your first happy hour, and you just try to do that, you suppress yourself because you don't even want to share it because you know you're going to get unloaded on. You know what? I don't like Karen, right? Or no, you're not doing that because of the but. Right?
You're not doing that?
You know what I'm saying, right?
Oh, no.
No? Mm. And so what do? We back ourselves into a corner.
Well, you know what it is? It's slating time for your partner. And, it can be date night, and date night is not necessarily going out. It's not watching a movie. It's not listening to tunes. It's even if you're in your old baggy sweats curled up by the fireplace with hot chocolate, it's saying to your partner, I want to spend time with you. We have an hour, 2 hours, whatever. Let's just catch up.
Right.
You're important to me. You mean so much to me. And I can't wait another day without spending an hour or two with you to catch up.
It's because you're not replacing your partner with a TV set.
No.
You're not replacing your partner with a phone or a computer or. No. But you're not setting your. You're not replacing your partner with any devices, or you have to want to spend time together. So it's communication. If you communicate, not everybody communicates effectively or properly, and there's no rule to miscommunicate. It's not a book. I mean, you need to know your partner because you fell in love with that person for a reason.
It's common. You know what? It's common. It's common sense.
Yeah.
Right. And we all know what winds our partners right up. We know the buttons to push. We all do.
Yeah.
But this is the platform where you take it all back and you go, you mean a lot to me. I want to hear about your day. We want to spend time together. And it keeps you close. Otherwise you fall off the tracks, right?
You're off the... Yeah,
you know what? The average couple spends less than 10 minutes actually engaged in meaningful conversation in a day because we're running. Or we got to hook on the TV because we're in the middle of a series and our partner doesn't like the series, but you know what? Let's talk in 3 hours. Well, by that time, the other partner's gone and engaged in something else. It's like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm going to bed. And...
Because when you make excuses up like that, and we all do it. I mean, I'm not going to say I'd never done it. Of course I have. But what we're hearing, the other partner's hearing, you know what? I just don't matter anymore. I don't register. I don't rank.
I want to watch Say Yes to the Dress, and you're out of here.
Yeah. So if you've got kids, that are in the room and they're nagging at you, this, that, blah, blah, blah. You're not spending quality time with your partner at all in that room.
That's family time. And family time is different than relationship time.
Right. Because as soon as you misdirect or redirect your attention over to said kid or dog or whatever, you pick up your phone and glance at your phone while your wife's telling you a story or during this time, man, you're in for a world of hurt because what you're telling your wife or your partner is, I just don't matter. Right?
Yeah, it is.
And guess what? Your happy hour will cease to exist.
Ever.
It will. And it's effortless. You know that? The happy hour piece. And so I was saying earlier, if you're in this loop of we just don't connect anymore, trust me when I say it's all about communication or the lack thereof, and you can hit the reset button. But you got to put it, you got to present it right. Like I said, watch these videos, and we're just real people with real problems, you and I, right? That's all we're doing. We're just sharing our experience, our journey.
Yep.
And if you go to you need to go get therapy, it's like, come on. Really? Because you both, you know what? Fuck, if you're saying that in your house, you both need therapy at that point.
Oh, it's always both. Yeah. It's never one person's fault.
That's one person saying, I think our marriage is in trouble or our relationship's in trouble. It's the other person saying,
it's your fault.
It's all your fault.
It's your fault. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And what did it take to get to that point where one person didn't take any responsibility?
That's right. Yeah. But the reset button is very much alive and well in every relationship. You just got to be on the same page when you present it.
And it's really not that hard.
It's not.
It's not hard.
Yeah. You know what? You make a hell of a scalloped potato, right? It could be as simple as that when you're doing your debrief or your happy hour. That I love your skin. You know what? I love your cheesecake, right? You know what I mean?
I love my cheesecake too.
But I really love it. Or that thing you do with the green stuff and the.
It's called asparagus.
No, the salad.
Oh. Spinach salad?
Yeah, no, that's no.
You know what? You don't even eat green stuff. So thank you for noticing.
But I think we've said what we can. At least I've said what I can say about it.
You've said a lot. No.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm going in circles with it.
No, you know what? It's just caring for your partner and carving out time in your day and making them the number one priority. Like kids and dogs come and go. But if you start out together, you want to end together, right? Like you're in for the long haul. You're in for the end game, right?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, a little tidbit here.
Okay.
Little side note. You know what? I challenge people to try this. Because when you do a happy hour and you do a deep dive, right, into a happy hour, let's say we just hit the reset button. And we've had the conversation. We're resetting. We're doing happy hour. You know what? We're doing this again tomorrow at 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock, whatever that looks like. You will wake up in the morning with your shit straight. For sure. You'll wake up in the morning going, I didn't bring any baggage with me that I was supposed to talk about yesterday but I was too afraid to.
Afraid?
Yeah.
What the hell are you afraid of?
Well, because I bought a new set of golf clubs on the way home and I didn't tell you about it.
Did you get me some too?
No, actually, I didn't.
But we're going to talk about that.
Well, I used your credit card.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you wake up with a clear head and a clear conscience.
And a fresh start to the day.
For sure. Yeah, you do. And you know what? Your dinner's going to taste better. Your sales call's going to be better. Your driving to wherever you're going for a meeting or work, that's going to be better. Everything that you do in that day is going to be better.
Just lines up better.
Right, because your shit is straight at home. Right? That's it. All the people that you meet and the other people in your life that you meet during the day really don't. They have no impact on.
It won't matter as much. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It matters at all. There's no. Keep your shit straight.
Keep your shit straight.
Yeah, that might be the title of this video.
Okay.
No, we just did that one.
No.
Yeah, keep your shit straight.
We're going to talk about that.
I think we will.
Okay.
We might have to have a drink to talk about that happy hour, right?
Okay, I think we've nailed this topic. I think it's
okay. You say that every episode.
I know.
You do.
Okay. Did you want to say it this time?
That we've nailed it?
Yeah.
No, I thought maybe you might add a little different flavor to it. That's all. You want to try it again? You try it again.
No, you open up the show the same time all the time too. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah, but I've got that down.
Oh. Okay, let's talk about your tagline.
Right.
So don't forget to subscribe, like, share.
It is okay. At the end, we're wrapping it up, and we always get a little stupid at the end of our shows, right? That's kind of our thing, right?
Okay.
But no, it's just my thing. But we, smash the like button, subscribe. Is that important? The algorithm in YouTube? Do you think that's important? Do we care about the algorithm?
You're the analytics guy.
I don't think we care one way or the other, do we?
Because we're having fun.
Yeah.
So does it matter?
It's not going to change anything for us, the algorithm, right? Is it? We get so...
I think we have a lot to edit on this one.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I do.
No.
Okay, so...
I guess I'm done. My point, this fits in this episode because my point to the YouTube algorithm, for people that make YouTube videos and follow the analytics, if we paid 10% the attention we do to our video upload and our analytics of the video that we do to our marriage or our relationship, 10%.
Ooh, we'd be rock stars.
I think we could. Yeah, I think so, right? I think so.
It's an interesting concept.
It is, but we got to upload a new video. We got to get in front of the peeps, right? Right?
Well, and probably because you take things for granted, right? I don't have 10% tonight or whatever, right? You take your relationship for granted.
Mm-hmm. Because we have no gas left in the tank?
Mm-hmm. If you're only giving it 10%, that's not enough.
Yeah, it's got to be more than 10% for sure. Right. But I think you get my point.
Yeah, I do.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You look really nice.
Just
tonight,
try it.
Seckert.
You know what? I've got the... look at I got long blonde hair.
You've got the business look on.
I was going through my closet and all my shirts have hanger nipples on them.
So,
what episode is that? Is that 2?
I don't know, but we do talk about hanger nipples.
You know what? I think that's episode 2. You can look at that. I'll put a link right here. I haven't done this yet. Right there.
Okay. Are you going to wear a jacket on every episode now because you have hanger nipples?
I might have to change it up a little bit. I only have one jacket, though. It's black.
You know what you need to do then? Maybe pull out the iron and smash out those little nipples. Mm-hmm.
No. All right. Let's talk about that. I'm Seckert, and remember, somebody always needs a ride, so be kind. And this is...
I'm G'lenda, and make sure to live your best life.
Ciao for now.